Hey, we're live, man.
All right.
Guess he's just gonna join, and we're gonna be live, and he probably won't even know it. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, you're good, you're good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that Morgan guy, bitch.
Where's he at? Morgile, you coming?
Morgan. What
There
up,
he is.
Hey, oh my God,
up?
guys, put your penises away.
The man of the hour.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Morgile? All right, first question. I would love to see the proof that you can prove the world is flat that you're ready to die for. First off, jump right into it.
Yeah, well, I think the big one would, really what I stick to is disproving the heliocentric model. There's plenty of good proof that the Earth is flat and stationary, but stuff that registers with people that aren't real familiar with, the flat Earth model, it's really easier to just start poking holes in the heliocentric model typically. So.
Okay, so your answer to that question is you're not going to show us the proof that you can prove the world's flat. Yeah.
Well, no.
Is that right?
Well, the first thing I can do is disprove the heliocentric model, and that's a good start, I think.
Okay, so we asked you the first question. You said you're ready to die because you have proof that the world is flat. Okay, now the world would like to know what that proof is, and your answer to that is, I'm not going to show it to you. I'm going to prove to you it's not a globe. Am I correct on that? Yes or no?
Well, actually, no. You're totally making stuff up. I never said I was ready to die for anything.
Really? Would you want me to actually turn on my YouTube on my Xbox right now? We'll play it live for everyone to hear. You say that you're ready to have the government kick down your door and shoot you in the head because you told a few people about flat Earth. You said it, Morgile. Your own words, bro. And I'm going to have to put you in check for saying, wow. Yo, Tim, did he say that? Did you guys not hear him say that?
It's in my video, dude. I thought it was pretty humorous, actually.
I mean, you can Morgile. Do you know the things you say, bro?
One of the things I've said, and I've said it several times, is that if I were to die tomorrow, I'd have a fulfilled life because I finally learned the truth after a lifetime of lies. But
Morgile, you said the government could kick down your door right now and kill you, and you'd be happy because you told people about flat Earth. I'll pull it up and play it right now.
About flat Earth.
I mean, for real, Morgile. I will pull it up and play it right now. So when we say you talk out your ass, we're saying because of shit like that. That's not being an asshole or a troll. I've asked you now for the third time. I'm going to ask you. You said in that video you can prove that the world is flat. I don't want to hear all your debunking of the globe.
What video?
I want you to prove that the world.
You said umpteen times. You said you could prove that the Earth is flat, dude.
Whoa! We're talking about two different things.
Okay,
the other day,
the Week Chill Show review video with you, Lori, and Lawrence, that's when you made these comments, okay? There's your answer to that. And you said, I know the world's flat, and I can prove it. You said you can prove it. Now,
sure.
We started this off asking that question.
Give him a second.
And we still haven't gotten the proof. That's all I want. I would love for you to show it to me because I think that would be pretty fucking cool. I really do.
Well, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but let's start with one. Let's start with one point. And we can debate that, and we can move to other points. But the first thing that totally demolishes the heliocentric model is the fact that if you're standing at the equator looking directly overhead in the winter, you can see the same stars overhead in the summer from the same spot. So that right there totally disproves heliocentricism.
Can I explain something? Can I explain something to you really quickly, Morgile? Because I don't think you can put this into perspective. I really, and I don't think a lot of people can, and I don't even think that I can. How big space and stars and how fucking far these things are.
Okay? It has nothing to do with that.
All right, Morgile. I can't even get my point out before you finish, but continue. I couldn't finish, but continue. It's fine.
No, what I'm saying is you're missing the point. It doesn't have to do with how far the stars are. It has to do with your angle of sight towards visible space. So if you can sort of, and maybe I could pull up a diagram to sort of show you what I'm saying, because obviously you guys haven't watched the videos, but...
Morgile, hold on a second, buddy. All right. You talk about visible space. How far is visible space? How far can you see? Do you know?
I believe the nearest star is 4 light years visible, and the furthest visible with the naked eye star is 4,000 light years, I believe.
So you're a flat earther and you believe in light years?
No. That's in the heliocentric model. That's what we're talking about here.
Okay.
Okay, so in the heliocentric model, and just try to picture this, and I can draw up a quick diagram because it is a little confusing, but okay. So the sun is always in the middle of the Earth's orbit, right? In the heliocentric model. With me so
To an
far?
extent. To an extent, yeah.
Okay. Now, visible space is always going to be the direction facing away from the sun because you can't observe the stars during the daytime, agreed?
Sometimes it depends on what kind of stars you're looking at. Sirius is typically seen on the horizon when at dawn and dusk with the
No, no,
sun up
no.
in the horizon.
No, we're talking about high noon or any time during the day when the sky is blue. You can't see the stars during the day, right?
Well, no.
Okay. So just picture this. Picture we're in the winter and the Earth is on the, let's just say it's on the left side of the sun in this example.
It's a circle, Mogo.
I'm
What is
sorry?
left? If it's a circle, where is left?
Well, we're just giving an example. Let me just draw out a quick diagram so I can show you. It is sort of hard to explain without a diagram. If you can just bear with me for 1 second, but whether you guys understand it or believe it or not, this one single point right here totally falsifies heliocentrism, and this is a good place to start. I'm loading up InDesign, and it'll probably just take me a minute to draw up a quick diagram because it will make it a little bit easier to explain.
That's fine. That's fine. I got a question while you do that.
Mhm.
Do you consider yourself a religious person, and if so, which religion would you say you follow?
Now, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself a religious person in the typical sense, so I don't go to church. I was raised in a Greek Orthodox home, and that was pretty stringent, so I was forced to go to church and didn't really like it, and I don't go to church. But, I consider myself a spiritual person, and if I had to label myself any religion, it would be Christian.
We can all relate to that, man. We've all been forced to go to church when we were younger when you didn't feel like having to go.
To an extent, man, you're doing Tiger Dan wrong.
Why
You're
is that?
thrashing that guy. You're thrashing that guy. And even if you consider yourself a Christian, you're not acting like
You're
one.
Morgile. You're pandering to the subs because it's the shit they want to hear, bro. I mean, you can just admit that. I mean, damn.
Well,
I mean, that is easy to
whoa.
admit.
Well, hang on now. First of all, the video that Tiger Dan did, he called me a liar. He called me dishonest. He basically insulted me, and I'm not supposed
Okay,
to
Morgile, you are
defend
being
myself.
dishonest. How many times have you said that you can prove the Earth is flat? We just got
I'm
you
still
here,
waiting.
and you're trying to disprove the heliocentric model.
Because this is what they do. I'm sorry, Morgile.
Heliocentric
I
model,
have.
which is absolute garbage. There is no model. Nothing works on the flat Earth.
I proved that
time and time again.
I
Nothing
proved
makes
that.
sense, dude. Look at this.
I have a question for Morgile real quick. Morgile, do you think, and this is very important to your whole model, do you think that the maps we're given are wrong? Yes or no?
I think that all the maps are not accurate representations of the face of the Earth. Every
Okay,
map.
so I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
If the maps we're given are wrong, right, and it's not an accurate representation, okay, so when I'm in the 90s and my dad's teaching me how to use maps, he reaches into the glove box, pulls out a maps before GPS, before MapQuest, before all that bullshit, right? And he tells me we're going on vacation, we're going to the shore, and it's going to take exactly 80-some miles to get there. He calculates it out for me. He shows me on the map. He resets his odometer, and then he drives to the exact spot that he picked on the map. And it is the exact amount of miles that with the map he was given. I would like to know, how is that physically possible if the maps we're given aren't real? Was his odometer in on the conspiracy?
No, you're missing the point, though. I guess let me rephrase. World maps, starting with the Mercator projection, going to the Peters projection, and even the azimuthal equidistant projection, all of those world maps are not accurate representations of the face of the Earth.
Okay, so the world maps, and I'm trying to follow you. So the world maps are not accurate representations of the face of the Earth, but the maps that you get in your car for your just specific county you're in, they are. Correct? Is that what you're saying?
Local maps have to be correct because, I mean, you have to be able to use them for driving. And, just to give you an example, the Mercator projection, I don't know if you guys know this, but the definition of the Mercator projection is a cylindrical conformal map. And what that means is that it's sort of correct at the equator, and it's less and less correct the further north or south you get of the equator, to the point to where when you get to the 90-degree latitude, either north or south, it's a single point stretched across that whole top or bottom to infinity. So by definition, the Mercator projection, it works for navigation using loxodromes and lines of constant course for navigators going across the seas, but it is not an accurate representation of the relative sizes and distances between the continents.
I'm just making sure. I just wanted to get it very clear because that's a confusing question I had. So they're lying about all the maps they give us except the town maps. They're all accurate and 100% correct. That is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I think local maps are very accurate,
Okay.
sure.
So
Because surveyors,
put all the local maps together and create a big map, and then bam,
Yeah.
you got a flat Earth map.
Why can't you do that? Why can't we do that?
How many maps of the ocean do you have?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, really, how many maps of the ocean do you have? You can't put maps of oceans together. You have continents and you have oceans, and like the Mercator projection, it's based on latitude and longitude lines, which all those are imaginary lines based on astronomical calculations.
Okay, so what do you think about this? What did you think about the boat experiment we talked about in the show last night? If you didn't see it, okay, if you didn't see it, which is fine, okay, what about all your guys' GoFundMe accounts to pay for everything in your life, which is absolutely shameful and ridiculous, okay? But if people want to donate to you, whatever. That's their fucking cause. They can do it, okay? But you're not searching for truth while you're taking this money from people, and that's what's disgraceful. So would you answer the question? Would you and Jaronism and others shift your GoFundMe accounts to do actual experiments like taking two boats, okay, and fucking making them go the opposite directions and meet each other and live stream it? Because the amount of money that you guys have raked in, that Flat Earth has raked in, when you look at the data, you could shift that money and do a real experiment like that. Okay, so why is it that you guys want to pay for all the necessities to fucking live? Okay, because that's bullshit, Morgile, and you know it's true, bro. And you couldn't look me in the face and tell me it's not, but you don't want to shift your GoFundMe accounts to actually find truth. Please answer that fucking question, because it needs to be answered.
Well, first of all, how much money are we talking about here? Because I've hardly made shit since I've started coming out with Flat Earth videos and dedicated my life to this. So where are you coming up with this money? I haven't.
We're talking about all the money, all of the money that's been made in 2015 through Flat Earth and Conspiracy World, okay? If we took all that, if people took all their GoFundMe accounts and they actually shifted it to actual truth, we would have something. But instead, you guys would rather have people donate to your PayPal accounts so you can go buy the necessities to live. And Morgile, I'm not saying that makes you a horrible person, bro. It doesn't. I get it. If people want to give you money, that's fine. But don't sit here and fucking tell me that you're not taking people's money to go buy cigarettes and condoms and beer and shit. You're not spending it to search for truth, bro. And you fucking know that. You know it.
I don't drink beer. I do smoke cigarettes. But I'm not really seeing where this is relevant. To be honest with you, my AdSense revenues are slim to none. I actually had a pretty good month in December.
It's a business.
Well,
you had a pretty good month.
Well, no, it's not a business. It has to do with I have expenses. I have to pay my bills in order to survive, or I can't do anything.
Yeah, I make videos and I don't ask people for money. Then
you must be independently. You must be independently wealthy, and that's great.
No, I'm not independently wealthy at all, dude. I work at a pizza shop. I just don't beg people for change to sell them bullshit. That's just the difference between me and you. You won't admit it, but you know deep down that it's true.
Morgile, it's bullshit.
Morgile, I asked you in the beginning of this, do you know how ridiculous this is, bro? Because you do this, I've seen you do it in every debate. This isn't a debate because it doesn't matter what's said here. You're going to go run around and say you won a debate, just like you claim that you won the Art That Bell debate when it sounded like you were a second grader. That's when I was actually in the Flat Earth, and I was fucking embarrassed that you were the one representing us.
Me too,
I was so fucking embarrassed, bro. And you need to be told that, and you need to stop running around saying you won that debate. Because I'm telling you right now, when you say it, it makes you look stupid, okay?
Well,
now, we asked you to show us your proof, and all you've done is say that you're going to poke holes in the globe. Because you want to know why, Morgile? You know, Ed knows, Tim knows, that you don't have the physical proof. You're going to sit here for a fucking hour, and all you're going to do is tell us the same fucking shit that I've heard for a year, Morgile. That's it. And you're going to repeat it over and over and fucking over again like a moron, okay? And it's bullshit. Are you going to show me your proof? Because this is starting to piss me off. Do you have the proof, yes or no?
Your tone is starting to piss me off. So let's simmer down. I mean, are we going to have a conversation, or are we going to act like children here?
No, dude, because we tried to ask you for your proof, and you've done the same thing you always do, Morgile. You say, well, we're going to start off by poking holes in the globe. We don't want you to do that. We don't care about the fucking globe. We don't care if it's a globe. That's what you don't get. You think we have some agenda to take flat earthers out. We don't care. Okay, if you could prove if it was flat right now, we would all think that was great. You said that you could prove it's flat. Now, stop talking about the poking holes in the globe and show us your proof that it's flat. We are not here to tell you it's a globe. We don't care. We want us to see your proof.
Step one in this is to falsify or disprove the heliocentric model.
Oh, my fucking God. No, it is not, Morgile. Want to know why?
Hold on. Guys.
Oh, my God.
All right.
It's like running in circles.
Joe. Morgile, did you see the video that we made yesterday?
No, I've never seen any of your videos.
Okay. I effectively debunked the flat Earth model on the azimuthal equidistant map within the first 8 minutes.
The azimuthal equidistant map is also not accurate, just like the Mercator projection map is not accurate.
So you don't have a map, is what you're saying? Are you kidding me?
You don't have a map.
I don't.
Morgile, I just told you that I have a map and that I've used it since I was a child, and it's got me from point A to point B plenty of fucking times, bro. Morgile, it's the same thing.
Hold on, Adam. Morgile, dude, I'm not claiming one way or another. All I know is that I effectively debunked flat Earth yesterday. The entire concept of the sun revolving over and above a stationary disk. It's junk. It's within 8 minutes of the first of the video we did yesterday. Like, if you want to take your time and take a watch and look-see, I'd love to hear your explanation of it.
Well, if it took you 8 minutes to do a video, I'm sure you can sum it up in 5. So go ahead.
Oh, that's great, because I totally made animations and did a whole bunch of other shit that you need to see if you're going to make any kind of guesstimation.
Morgile doesn't want to look at anything that goes against what he's already come to believe, guys. All he does now is search for confirmation bias.
I said let's look at it. I mean, what are you talking? You're putting words in my mouth.
Where is it? Can somebody screen share that? Just a little thing that I did where I explained about why it doesn't work.
Easily, man.
Okay.
The sun has to go
how about this?
In the south, first of all.
All right. Yeah.
Second of all, it doesn't make any sense when the sun's all the way in the south for us to be able to see it all the way in the north. Nothing makes sense, dude. The flat Earth 3,000-mile bullshit. Nothing makes sense at all.
Morgile, look at it like this. This was the premise of the animation I made. All right. The flat Earth map. Right. Regardless of what map it is, it doesn't matter. If it's flat, it must work on a 24-hour cycle, right? So that means the sun spins around whatever map it is, even if it's imaginary. Even if it doesn't exist yet, it still spins above all right, if it is flat, which you claim, it spins above the flat Earth in a 24-hour cycle. You agree, yes?
Well, to a degree, but not necessarily.
No.
Oh my God! So days aren't 24 hours, Morgile. Is that what you're telling us, bro?
Of course,
to the second.
Of course, the days. If I could finish, of course the days are 24 hours, but my point is that what we look up in the sky and see as the sun doesn't necessarily mean the sun is directly in that direction, because what y'all don't seem to understand is that the light from the sun is passing through different layers of electromagnetic fields and ionized plasma.
This is all conjecture, dude.
Morgile. What we don't seem to understand, what you don't seem to understand is everything you just said right there for the last 30 seconds is absolute unprovable bullshit.
No, it isn't.
That's what we're trying to tell you.
No, it isn't.
So you can prove to me that when we look up and see the sun in daylight, that's not where it's coming from. You have proof of that too?
What I'm telling
at the same time,
no, you fucking don't.
Hold on. Yet at the same time, claim that it spins above a flat plane. All right? No. And here's the basis. All right. If
no
you got a
proof
clock,
of anything, man. I'm sorry, it's so frustrating.
there's
No,
plenty
it's
of
frustrating because there's three people talking over me and you won't let me finish a fucking sentence. That's frustrating.
All right.
Answer a
We'll
question.
shut up. We'll shut up. You go. You go.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the University of Sydney Castro. It's a legitimate college, the University of Sydney.
In
Okay.
Australia?
Yeah. So there's a undergraduate astrophysicist named Cleo Loy. She's a contemporary, mainstream astrophysicist, and she recently imaged what are called plasma tubes in the lower magnetosphere. And she actually got 3D animations of them, so that's something that you might want to look at. And she's not a flat earther, but the point is that there certainly are different layers of atmosphere, electromagnetic fields, and even ionized plasma up in the sky. And if you guys don't know this, light actually doesn't always travel in straight lines. It actually
Morgile, can you
bends
prove
around.
the flat Earth?
Morgile, yeah, can you please refrain from stop starting everything you say? I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys have seen this, because we all heard you already say earlier, you're on the other show, the average person just looks at this and throws their hands up and walks away. So we already know that you're not the average person. You're above it. So stop leading every fucking sentence with, I don't know if you guys have known this yet. Because it's annoying and it's bullshit and you fucking know it, Morgile.
Well, the reason I said that is because you guys are assuming that the sun travels in perfect circles above the Earth.
You just said to us you weren't sure if we knew light could bend, bro. Oh my god, man.
Right, but if you guys...
Morgile, I didn't know if you know this, but did you know when you wake up in the morning, sometimes you take a piss and a shit? I don't know if you knew that, but...
Well, that would make sense if you said that, if I said people don't take pisses and shits. But I never said that.
Morgile, I'm using it nobody said you said that, dude. I'm using it as an example, and you know that.
It's a poor analogy because you guys are going on the assumption.
Okay, dude. Can you prove the flat Earth? That was question number 1, and we're dancing around.
We're still
trying
on
to
that.
collect information.
Sure. I'm trying. First, I had to defend myself against my fan funding.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Now I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay, I don't need an explanation. Go ahead.
Scientifically, that light bends around different media.
No. Flat Earth, prove it.
Okay, so let me just do a screen show real quick.
Okay.
So I can show you. Can you see my screen?
Hold on. It's probably on a delay. There you go.
Okay, so this is just a very rough outline of the heliocentric model. It's not to scale, but it's to show you guys a premise.
So we're poking holes in the heliocentric model. Are we going to prove flat Earth with your umpteen reasons, like you said on Tiger Dan video, where you put fucking horns on him, you motherfucker? Can you prove what you say or not?
Have you guys ever seen a scientific demonstration, or do you just argue vulgarly constantly?
No. We've seen your conjecture. We've seen all your trash and your paint little fucking pictures, all right, dude? I'm trying to ask you. You have umpteen fucking things that can prove the flat Earth. So please,
sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with this first one. Here's the sun in the heliocentric model.
No. You have to prove flat Earth, not that the heliocentric model doesn't work, okay? So
what are you talking about?
On here, motherfucker.
Yo, you know what's funny? You know what I noticed? For people that hate the heliocentric model, you seem to love to go to it all the fucking time. I mean, it's so ridiculous, bro. Show us how you prove the flat model.
I don't hate the heliocentric model. I just don't. I don't like things.
Can we stop talking about trash and get to how you prove the flat Earth?
Because I disproved it yesterday. With many examples.
Here's where Morgile's like, absolutely. Now here's where I show you some more screen shares of the heliocentric model.
Here's my paint picture here, and this proves that the heliocentric model doesn't work. Okay, can you prove it, bro?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what I did with Mark Sargent.
All right, let him prove it. Let him prove it. Let's go. Let him go.
In design, it's not paint, so just a minor correction there. So if this is the sun in the heliocentric model, here's the Earth. Let's say that's winter, and here's the Earth. Let's say that's summer. Let's just say this is the equator, and that's the equator. Now, if you're standing here on the equator, looking straight up at a 90-degree angle from the axis of rotation, so okay, to be at a tilt. So if you're at the equator looking straight up, the stars overhead are going to be way over here off and to the left. This is what I was trying to explain to you guys, and it sort of needs a diagram. Now, 6 months later, travel around the sun 6 months, and in that same position at midnight, looking straight up, you're going to be looking way down in this way. Now, if you could please explain to me how it's possible to see all of the same stars from winter to summer, then I'll shut up and I'll go back to being a globe earther.
Who's a globe earther?
Well, I thought you guys were.
Some of us.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I have to say that I'm not. I honestly, I think it'd be really cool to prove that it was flat, but you still haven't done that yet. I'm waiting. All you did is ask a question that you know, what you guys always love to do. Ask your little bullshit conjecture questions and think that proves flat. But
this isn't conjecture. This is a demonstration of how the heliocentric. This is just one demonstration of how the heliocentric model couldn't possibly produce observable reality.
All right, since you can't answer a question,
dude,
the number one question, we're still dancing around. Let me screen share something to you. All right.
Well, I guess so. You're not going to let me finish. I mean, why am I even here?
No,
maybe you guys should just go do a show.
Dude, because you can't even answer one question.
I was gonna let him finish. I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, really, what the fuck? I mean, what's
No,
y'all's
it's
deal?
cool. No, it's fine. Let him finish. I want to let him finish, so he can't say that we didn't let him finish. Let him finish, because that will make us look horrible.
Doing?
Fuck it. I mean, fuck it. We've seen it all before, but
the globe.
Yeah,
that's
exactly right. That's exactly right. This is total disproof of the globe. This is just one thing, but the fact is we can see many of the same stars, many of the same constellations directly overhead from the equator in winter and summer and spring and autumn, and that's physically impossible because the stars during the winter would be millions of or thousands of light years this way, and the stars during the summer would be thousands of light years this way.
So that means it's flat. So that's proof that it's flat. So if it's not a globe, it's proof that it's flat.
That means the Earth isn't a spinning globe.
So how do you feel about precession, Morgile? I want to ask that question. How do you feel about precession?
Precession of the equinoxes?
Precession of the stars, of the constellations. And I want to specifically ask, do you think that Taurus, representing Abraham in the Bible, is wrong? Do you feel that Aries, representing Moses, is wrong in the Bible? Do you feel that Pisces is wrong, representing Jesus in the Bible? And do you feel that Aquarius is wrong, representing the next constellation, the next era in the Bible? Because it's in there. Precession's real. Precession happens. It's represented. And I want to know how you feel in those regards. In a not necessarily a biblical standpoint, but from where you stand, I don't know if the so-called, if the Bible references it, and shit, it must be true, right? You said you were a Christian.
No, I don't believe the King James Bible at all, and I think that I know for sure that the constellations were just star patterns that were designed to aid people in navigation. You have to have recognizable star patterns in order to navigate manually. And
so they were designed. All the star constellations and everything were designed by some group of builders to just aid people.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right.
But not God.
But you have proof. You have proof of that, though, right?
Well, absolutely. Yeah.
Just because it's there and it helps people navigate, that's your proof, correct?
Well,
some higher power must have built it. A bunch of builders, some Anunnaki, put the stars there so we can help navigate.
No, that's ridiculous.
Well, that's what it sounds like you're saying, Morgile.
I don't know where you're coming from. No, what I'm telling you is there's lots and lots of stars in the sky, and if you're going to navigate manually and navigate by the stars, it's sort of hard to pick out one star from the other unless you put them in recognizable patterns that people can point to.
All right, yeah, so you're saying that somebody put the stars purposely in those recognizable patterns, correct?
Well, no,
Some entity.
No,
dude,
that's not what I'm saying at all.
Guys. The sun rises over 2,000-something year cycles and specific constellations. Precession has been observed. How do you disprove precession? And I want to know that, because if you disprove precession, then essentially you're saying that all the people in the Bible are wrong, because they all represent constellations in the zodiac, and I want to know how you disprove it. I would really like to know that.
Would you mind saying a verse, because I've never heard that, and I think that trying to apply biblical arguments to this scientific debate is ridiculous.
This isn't scientific. God. You have a 2D representation, and you're trying to prove what? Where are we on the globes, dude, that you're having that is not spinning, that is 2D? What the fuck is this proving, dude?
Well, if you
It's
let
not
me
proving
finish,
flat Earth, which I asked the question.
if you
You said
let
you
me,
had umpteen
I haven't even
reasons.
been able to finish this one
Oh,
simple.
no. This isn't proving flat Earth, okay? I don't care about you poking holes in the heliocentric model.
No,
Asked you how many times now to prove
He's trying to do the same thing that they all do. He's trying to go through like 10 things about the globe model and show you how the globe model can't work the way they tell us it does.
On a 2D model. Okay, that's how it is. I'm just going to show you a 2D model without the Earth spinning. It's on the other side here. I'm not going to show you where you are on the fucking Earth. I'm just going to show you a 2D model.
Do you want me to spend 5 hours making a 3D model, or can we keep it simple? You guys are smart guys.
No, I want you to spend 10 minutes to prove the flat Earth without poking holes in the heliocentric model.
Yeah, because you know what, though? And he is right, Morgile, when he says that really shouldn't be necessary, because if the Earth was flat like you claim that it is, you shouldn't even have to think about the heliocentric model. You should just be able to prove that it's fucking flat. Beating up the heliocentric model does not need to be part of that. But for some reason, you feel the need that it does because you want to lead people down a hole and show them 5 things that don't work that they tell us it does, so that you can open their mind and then say, so look at the shit that I found that does work. It's nonsense, Morgile, and it's this.
Are you guys
afraid?
Are you guys really afraid to let me finish this point?
Finish. Let him finish, please.
Finish it, and Timmy, if you can, finish it, and Timmy, if you could screen share my proof that flat Earth's bunk afterwards, I would love that.
I'm gonna turn off my mic and I'm gonna let him.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we can go back and forth. This is a discussion. You know, I thought this was going to be a scientific debate.
Scientific at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Why not? Actually,
yeah, dude, and you were just talking a bunch of shit, man. So I don't understand why you're acting all calm now and showing 2D models when we said, please prove the flat Earth, not poke holes in the fucking heliocentric model, dude.
Do you guys agree that So wait a minute. So do you guys believe that we live on a spinning globe, right?
It doesn't fucking matter. Stop asking questions. We're the ones asking you questions. You're the one making a giant claim saying that the Earth is motherfucking flat. Not only that, you're saying that it's geocentric. So please give proof of that.
Okay.
Not poking holes, okay? We get all your little fucking bullshit, dude.
No, this isn't bullshit. This is reality.
Yes, it is. It's a 2D model in a 3D world, all right?
It doesn't matter.
So
it doesn't matter if
it's trash can. Thank you for 3 circles on a fucking Adobe, dude.
Morgile, just do us a favor and skip to the part, because we've all seen this shit for a year now. Skip to the part where you show us the proof that the world is flat. I mean, that's really what I want.
Let him go with whatever he needs. And
because
I'll set down my headphones for 10, 20 minutes.
Keep talking over me and not paying attention and not trying to understand what I'm saying, then this is a fucking waste of time.
I've been trying. All right,
you got 3 circles. You got 3 circles.
Okay.
And 2 lines, all right?
Yeah.
Throw that in the trash can and prove flat Earth.
Let him go. Let him go. 10 minutes. Let him go.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, dude. I'm fucking done with this, man. Seriously, if you can't answer the fucking question, you said you had umpteen reasons why the Earth is flat.
You guys are really something, I'll tell you.
Morgile, let me just explain to you that they're frustrated because we've seen all the stuff. Like, we've all been in this for a year, and we've watched your stuff. But, like, so we know that the next 4 or 5 things that you're going to go over to show us, like, we've seen a lot of it, and we're just frustrated because it's like, dude, if the world was flat, you don't need to even talk about a ball. If my dick was 20 inches big, I wouldn't need to talk about anything else. I would just pull it out and show you. End of story. You see what I'm saying? Now, that is a good metaphor. Now, pull it out and show us. You see what I'm saying? Pull it out and show us.
Are you guys done?
Dude, if you go back into the fucking bullshit model you got going right here, I swear to God, dude, I will come to your little trailer park, all right? I'll knock you over your fucking stupid ass.
Hey, why don't you come on down, dude?
Come on over. I sound like a reverb faggot. You know what, dude? Prove flat Earth or shut the fuck up.
Oh, man.
Do it. Let's go. Not little 3 circles.
Are you guys done talking about your dicks and talking about where I live? and
Dude,
making
not three circles,
threats that
man.
you're
Let's
not going to
go.
fucking
Oh,
make
John, dude, yeah, John, I just use that as a metaphor, bro. You can try and twist that around. It was a metaphor, and it was a good one, and everybody in here knows it was. All right.
Okay, so here we go, and I'm gonna fucking do this, and if you guys keep interrupting me, then just peace out, because there's no sense in talking to a bunch of
Dude,
fucking
we
rabbits.
don't want to see this trash, man.
You don't want to see your paradigm
Guys,
destroyed.
no.
No,
I
okay,
have
okay.
no
I don't care about the
paradigm,
heliocentric
Morgile.
model.
Guys,
It's not about the heliocentric model.
Guys,
It's about flat Earth.
It is about the heliocentric model because the whole entire world believes it's true and it's fucking bullshit.
Okay, he asked you at the very fucking beginning, can you prove flat Earth? Okay, this is not proof of flat Earth. Maybe we're in a concave. All right, who knows? So let's prove flat Earth. Let's not poke holes. And how many times do I gotta fucking say it, dude? Seriously.
I could have already been on to 5 other things, but you fucking chicken in the hen house.
Let him go, dude. Let him go.
Dude.
Let him go.
Dude, I don't want to fucking see this shit. This is
because it's gonna destroy your retarded little paradigm. That's why.
Morgile, that's a nice narrative to suit, bro.
You guys see what I have up?
That's why he's frustrated. He's seen it, bro. And you know that, Morgile.
Better.
You guys see what I have up on the screen share?
He's screen sharing his fucking 2D.
Dude, Morgile, where's this going with the stars all the way off to the left, all the way off to the right, the winter and the summer? Where's it going?
Present something that has to do with flat Earth.
It's going.
The point is, okay, here's the point.
Give him 1 minute, guys. 60 seconds to tell us where this is going. It's no big deal.
In the heliocentric model, you shouldn't be able to see the same stars overhead from the equator from summer to winter. The fact that we can see the same stars overhead from summer to winter and autumn and spring totally disproves your model. Period. End of story. You don't have a model that works.
So it's flat.
Oh my God.
Fine. There's no model that works. Go ahead. You're untruthing everything without replacing it. Everything's a hoax. It's all fake. Okay. It doesn't work. Fine.
The heliocentric
now show us how yours does.
Work.
Now you're going to show us your map and how it works. Your model works.
Okay, sure. Well, I can give you a couple of examples.
Examples aren't showing me.
On the flat Earth, we can see the North Star Polaris all night long, all year long, from year to year to year. Has nothing to do with parallax. It has to do with your line of sight.
And that's and you know that for a fact. You know there's no such thing as parallax. Okay, every scientist that has observed it, measured it, Morgile right here, right now, is proclaiming that every single one of them is fucking not as smart as you, and you've discovered that parallax doesn't exist. Is that what you're saying, Morgile? Please tell me that's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that for the last 500 years at least, people have assumed the Earth is a globe, and so they've made all the observations sort of crammed to fit into the
They have visibly, okay? Visibly. How about the transit of Venus?
The transit of Venus. So
go ahead, Ed.
All right. Transit of Venus. It's most important. It exists. It happened.
It's visible.
It's a physical property.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Well, that
proves that something's in the sky in between the Earth and the Sun.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you this question. Am I screen sharing right now?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it.
Well, that's fucking excellent.
Well, I need to pop over to the Hangout if you just give me a second. Which one are you? Are you Bush Bin Laden, or who are you?
He's Ed, man, with the upside down head.
Okay, let me click on Ed.
You know what's really sad, bro? I find it sad that if it's an act that you don't know who we are, and you haven't seen any of the videos, or you truly haven't.
No, I don't know. I don't know any of you guys.
Okay, you know what's really sad? We actually research your shit, right? But you don't even fucking look at anything that wants to debate you, and that's just fucking ridiculous. And so, is that how you go into every interview, Morgile? You don't know anything about the people you're about to go in and fucking have an interview with, bro? For real? That's real professional. Real nice.
Okay, now hold on a minute. You were calling me a trailer trash, coin begging moron.
You are.
I didn't say coin begging moron. That wasn't my word.
You challenged me to a debate.
I didn't say
so I agreed, and now you're saying because I don't know who all you guys are, then I'm stupid.
No, Morgile. I said it was disrespectful to come into a place you don't even know who people are. And we told you that we were trying to line up Red's rhetoric for a debate. We told you before you came in here we didn't have them yet.
You didn't
told you
fucking
that.
you didn't fucking introduce yourself. So how the fuck should I know who you are?
My
Oh,
point to it is that if you
'Cause we're
care so
fucking
much
rock
about flat
stars.
Earth and shit, bro, how can you not know the people voices right now that have been talking about this, that a lot of people have been talking about
Because he
the
sits in
comments
his
about the
trailer
shit
and
we've been
postulates and
exposing?
thinks
That's
that
the
he's right
point of
about
it, bro.
everything.
How
Hey
do we
man,
know who
hey, you
you
want to
are
come
and you
say
got
some
no
shit to my
clue who we
fucking
are?
face, bro?
Oh,
I do.
God.
Do you? Well, come on down to South Carolina. We'll go toe to
Come
toe,
on down, South
motherfucker.
Carolina. Let me know.
Yeah, fucking pussy.
Morgile, though, the frustration, bro, is the fact that I'm trying to be honest with you. I really am. I'm trying to dial down my frustration and anger. And the reason that it's so frustrating, bro, is that you've been doing this for like almost a year, and everybody's been doing this for a year, maybe longer, right? And the only thing that you can show us is 2D representations about how the globe doesn't work. And you can't physically go outside
You
and do
haven't even
anything.
let me finish the first point, dude. So
No,
what are you?
no. We're done with your 2D model, dude.
Morgile, it's just...
You haven't even let me make the fucking point. So whatever.
We get it.
But what we don't care if the globe doesn't work, bro. We want you to skip all the globe doesn't work stuff. Fucking who cares? We're not people sitting here trying to defend the globe.
Fucking who cares? Fucking who cares? It's what the whole world believes.
But we want more, guys. We don't need you to paint
guys.
your pretty narrative about how the globe doesn't work before you
Guys.
show us your research. Just show us how the flat Earth works.
Guys,
Don't show us how the globe works.
just screen share. Just screen share on me. I just have one point to make. I just need more guys' opinion on this. That's all I need.
Yeah, you're screen share, man.
I'm screen sharing? All right, Morgal. This is the flat Earth model.
All
right?
I see is your upside down head.
Okay.
Play,
So
bro.
click
Give
on
it a
him.
second.
Click on the one that has the fucking thing on it.
No, he's not screen sharing yet. He doesn't have it up yet. Oh, yeah. No, there you go. You have to move over the... Yeah, you got it.
You got a Morgal?
No, all I see is your upside down head.
All right,
it's
there's two eds.
Let me
dude.
click
One
off.
has the flat
Click
Earth
back on.
No, there's two Eds, Morgile. He's
Click
next
on
to
the
you,
ed that
or
has
he's
the
to the
flat
right
Earth.
of you. Yeah, don't click on the one left of you. Click
One
on
with
the
the
Ed
map.
to the right of you.
Okay, so we're looking at what is this, the Gleason's map? Azimuth
It's the AE map. Okay. Well, the concept is people say, hey guys, give me this real quick. The concept is, all right, this is a flat map. The sun rotates above it because that's what people in flat Earth tell you, right? So the map must act like a clock. There must be 24 hours or 24 segments divided equally for the sun to revolve and be by the second to have a 24-hour day. Am I correct?
No, not necessarily.
Oh my God. Anyway, so I'm going to keep going because that is ridiculous. Anyway,
So just blow on past that. Okay.
Okay, because you want me to blow on. So really, what you want me to do is
Morgile, is your
Adam. Oh, please, no, Morgile. You really want me to? You really don't want me to go past you saying that the day isn't 24 hours by the second. Like, let's be serious here.
No,
I'm just going to overlook that.
No,
that's just what you said. That's what you just said. So okay, so now you're not.
Words in my mouth. You won't let me finish.
What you just said.
Ed, let him. Ed. All right, so Morgile, what is the point? Hold on, Morgile. What's the point of what you meant?
Let me do this.
I want to know what the point to Morgile's statement was. Is when you said 24 hours split up, and he said not necessarily. I would like him to explain what he meant by that. That's all. Let him explain what he meant by that.
It didn't have anything to do with 24 hours. It has to do with the assumption that the sun is twirling overhead. That's what I'm saying. Not necessarily is true.
Okay. So we'll consider that conjecture. So most flat earthers presume the sun is spinning overhead. Okay, so we're looking at this like this is 6 o'clock and that's 12 o'clock. This is a 12-hour cycle on this left side, right? So you mean to tell me in the winter when the sun is in the summer solstice, is in the Tropic of Capricorn, down way over the bottom of Africa and South America, that in a 12-hour cycle, 12 hours, and don't forget there's 16 hours in a day, right? That we are not going to be able to see the sun in the northern hemisphere because it exists in the southern hemisphere for 16 hours. Now let's go another 6.
No, the rays of the sun.
No. So that's a 16-hour cycle from where we just were. The sun at the very bottom on the Tropic of Capricorn would be at 16 hours. So another 6 hours, it'll put it right down here for a full. It'd be 18, and then Yeah, and then down there for 24 at the bottom there. Wow, a little brain fart. So the point is that do you really think that South America or Australia or South Africa is going to get a 16-hour day when they're in their summertime and the sun is revolving around this disk, right? You really think that we're not going to see it in the northern hemisphere? That we're going to have 10-hour days in the winter up here, but it's the summer down here, and they have 16-hour days, but the sun is way over here because in another 6 hours, where does it go? Back for the full rotation, okay? So we're going to do another 12, right? Look at that. Come on now. I want to know how you explain this.
What I'm telling you is that whatever side, and I don't agree with that map either. I think that map is wrong. It's an equidistant map. So what that means is...
It doesn't matter what the map is. It's the concept.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No,
yes,
it doesn't.
It does.
Oh, my God, dude. Now you're not letting me finish. It's the concept of the sun spinning above a plane.
Welcome to the fucking club.
Oh, feisty. The sun spinning above the plane, right? In a 24-hour cycle. And you're telling me that's conjecture? I'm astonished by that.
What I'm telling you is that light waves propagate through the electromagnetic fields that are generated by the Earth.
So you're telling me the sun isn't...
Anything that's on the same meridian line on that side of the North Pole is going to experience noon at the same time on that meridian.
So it's your opinion that the sun isn't where it looks to be, or it seems to be.
What I'm telling you is that What I'm telling you is that light waves propagating through electromagnetic fields sort of makes us biased observers because light doesn't travel in straight lines, and the behavior of the sun, whether it's spinning around or not, is the light is passing through those magnetic flux waves that go straight up and down the meridian lines.
And it bends the heat and everything. It's all bent. It's all bent, and it's coming from a different angle.
The light waves aren't heat. The only time it turns into heat is when it actually, hits our atmosphere and hits the ground. That's when the light energy is turned into heat energy.
So you're talking about the sun has a flux capacitor, and where we're going, we don't need roads, because that's all I heard. Because all you're saying is that the sun doesn't work on a 24-hour cycle to the fucking second, and it does.
No, it does work. It works on a 24-hour cycle, but I didn't say flux capacitor.
So you essentially just contradicted yourself is really what you just did right there by saying it does work after you just said that it doesn't work, and also at the same time you're telling me that the azimuth equidistant map, it doesn't work, but it doesn't matter what the map is. It doesn't matter what the land mass is underneath it. It matters what the sun is doing above a flat plane in a 24-hour cycle because it's to the second every day, every year of human existence. So if it is a flat plane, 12-hour cycle would be on the other side of the map. And that's something like, I don't know, if we're measuring it, what is the Earth? Something like 25,000 miles.
And let them respond to this too.
So that would be like a solid like almost 20-something thousand miles on the other side of the disk, plane, whatever you want to call it. But yet we don't see it in the northern hemisphere where it exists. But yet it's a flat plane. And if the southern hemisphere can see it on the other side of the plane, but the northern hemisphere can't, you have to explain that. And if you're going to tell me that it's because sunlight bends, then the sun isn't where we know it to be, where we see it in the sky, then it's not really there. Okay, this is the land of make-believe, Morgile.
No, that's absolutely right. See,
this is the land of make-believe.
Let him answer.
No. He's answering. He's throwing fucking paper airplanes with responses from fucking Narnia. Are you kidding me?
It's all right. Whatever. Let him answer. You said something. Let's let him respond to it. I'm gonna
unscreen share and I'm gonna mute my mic because honestly, you explain yourself on that because, dude. I don't know how you disprove that. So more power to you if you can, but I don't think you're gonna.
See, here's what you don't seem to understand is that light isn't this, finite, perfectly straight thing that you think that it is. Wherever the sun appears to be, that the light waves are going to propagate through the electromagnetic fields that are generated by the Earth across that meridian line, and it's going to be noon at all points across that meridian line up to the North Pole. Okay, so the other thing too is, people say the sun travels from Capricorn to Cancer and back over the course of the year, but I'm not so sure about that either. This could have a lot to do with us being really biased observers and light waves propagating through different media, sort of differently depending on what it's passing through. And it appears that it's passing through ionized radiation, electromagnetic fields, of course, atmosphere. And when those light waves hit the atmosphere, it sort of spreads out in all directions, sort of lights up the sky like a sapphire. You can't see the stars at day.
So you just cherry picked this and tried to apply it to make your model.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did, bro. Because he can't even prove that. It's just conjecture, and it sounds nice, and it fits his model, so he fucking picks it. It's so ridiculous, Morgile. That's childish, and it's intellectually dishonest, Morgile. Can you just admit you're being intellectually dishonest, and that you find things that fit your model, and the shit that doesn't, you don't even, you sweep it under the rug. You know that, bro. You fucking know it.
You guys don't think there are electromagnetic fields and ionized plasma?
No. We're asking you to. You can't say that without proof of it. You're saying you're basing your whole argument, okay, part of your argument, on saying that the sun is not really in the sky where you see it to be. Yet you can't even prove your theory, okay, on that to be true. First, you have to prove that that's 100% fact. You can't see the sun where it is in the sky, in space, where you think it is, okay, because it's bent. You can't prove that. So you can't then go on to the next point before you've even fucking proven that one, Morgile. That's why we're mad, and that's why we can't stand here and bullshit like this.
Wait a minute.
So prove that.
Whoa. So you can prove the Earth is a spinning globe?
Morgile, shut the fuck up with that, bro, and answer the question that I just asked you, because that was ridiculous.
I'm supposed to be held to a higher standard than all three of you guys?
I never said anything about the spinning globe. Why the fuck do you keep bringing that up? What is that, the fucking 50th time you brought that up, Morgile? Shut the fuck up about the spinning globe, dude. Seriously,
man,
it's ridiculous.
You need fucking anger management, bro.
No, dude, no. You need reality. You're a joke, Morgile. You're cherry picking something you can't even prove to be true, and then you're using that to as a point to your argument. I mean, do you understand that that's intellectually dishonest, and the fact that you're going to sit here and tell all these people that shit means that you're a scumbag and a fucking liar, okay? And if you claim you're intelligent and you actually believe what you just told us, you're a fucking fraud, bro, and you fucking know it. And it pisses me off that you're going to sit here with all this conjecture and cherry pick one fucking thing that you can't even prove to be true, and then use that as part of your model? That's disgusting. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to hear you use this to prove the globe is true, because I'm not trying to sit here and prove that to you. You are, because you need to. No, because I don't fucking care, bro. Because you need to sit here and poke holes in the fucking globe to set your narrative for your fucking watchers before you get into your bullshit, okay? And you know that. But I don't fall for those bullshit tactics. All you've done this entire time is repeat and repeat. Prove that the fucking Earth is flat, okay? Shut the fuck up about the globe and prove that it's flat. And you can't, bro. You can't, and you never will be able to. You're just going to run your fucking mouth and say, I can prove it and I'm ready to die, and you can't prove shit, and it's ridiculous. The whole thing is fucking ridiculous. You're going to do nothing but sit here the entire time and say the same shit you've been saying this whole fucking time, and you can't prove any of it. It's disgusting. It's conjecture, and you're slimy, bro. I tried really hard to be nice the last 45 minutes. Garbage.
Winter and summer. You don't see the same exact sky. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you can see many of the same constellations overhead, winter to summer.
Same constellation, but you don't see those same sky, dude.
Yeah, you do. Go to Stellarium.
This is why the 2D model fails, man. If you did a 3D model of it, it would be more accurate.
Okay, so I had 5 minutes to put something together while you guys are screaming in my fucking ear the whole time. Okay.
Dude, you've had a year, Morgile. You've had a year to put something together to prove that it's true. 5 minutes? Come on, bro. Really?
So can we get back to the proof of the flat Earth and not poke holes in the fucking helium?
No, because he can't do it without doing that.
I can't do anything with y'all fuckers talking.
I wasn't yelling, but all I was doing was disproving the flat Earth. That's all I'm doing, bro.
The reason that I answered the question with sort of here's how it could work is because you said, no, you believe the sun is going around in circles, and I said not necessarily.
Mark Sargent all the time, dude. Can you please just give us some proofs of the flat Earth without poking holes? Dude, please. This is like the 20th time I've had to tell you.
here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing.
Can you listen for 2 seconds?
I can listen to you guys argue all night.
All right. Let me just mute you for a second. See if you can listen. All right. There we go. He's muted. You create a series called "You're Geocentrist or You're an Idiot." Okay. So can you please, when I unmute you, please bring proof of the flat Earth? All right. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Not poke holes in the heliocentric model. Please give us fucking proof, because we've heard none from Mark Sargent. I had a chat with him.
I'll tell you what, you guys.
You need to listen to me, dude. You need to listen and fucking.
I'm about to fucking hang up because there's no point.
Okay. Yes, you didn't prove shit. We understand. Look.
Yeah, how the fuck can somebody prove anything when you guys are screaming over me?
Stop fucking talking, dude.
Really?
Listen.
Really?
Watch Tim Osmond channel. All right.
No, I refuse.
Okay, I refuse because I only watch things that prove my confirmation bias. All right, well, you know what? Please prove to us that the Earth is flat without poking holes in the motherfucking heliocentric model.
Well, see, here's the thing, guys. If the Earth is a spinning globe, there would be lots of evidence for it. If we can prove that the Earth isn't a spinning globe, then what are we left with?
Oh my fucking God! You talk like John LeBon, dude.
Dude, are you kidding me? What could we be left with? So there's only two shapes known to man: sphere or flat.
Well, what's your theory then?
Morgile,
my God.
You just said that if I can prove it's not flat, that must mean that if I can prove that it's not a sphere, that must mean it's flat, okay? So you're telling us there's only two shapes that it could ever be possibly, right?
Well, no,
yes or no?
According to conventional history, there's only one shape it could be, and that's a spinning globe.
Actually, that's not true, Morgile, because the Freemasons have been pushing for 500 years flat Earth, and if you actually did your fucking research, okay, bro, you would know that. Okay, because we have websites to show you registered Freemasons that have been the leaders of all flat Earth societies for the last 300 years, bro. They've been pushing it for hundreds of years. So what the fuck are you talking about? Do you not know that? Are you going to sit here right now and tell us that you don't know that?
I'm going to sit here right now and tell you that I can prove irrefutably that the Earth isn't a spinning globe.
Okay, yes or no? Do you know that the Masons have been pushing flat Earth for 300-400 years? Yes or no?
I think that's bullshit.
Okay, then you haven't done your research, and you're not a real researcher, bro, and that's really sad. Really fucking sad. Period. Period, bro. Yo, bro, I can show you pictures of registered Masons, every single one of them that were the head of flat Earth societies. I can show you the pictures. I can show you everything. Do you want the link, bro? Do you need the fucking link?
Flat Earth Society is a controlled opposition.
We just told you, though, that for 400 years they've been pushing it. And you just said that you've never even heard of that. Now you're saying it's because they're controlled opposition. Do you see how you double talk and switch like that, Morgile? Because you have to save yourself because you didn't do the fucking research. So now you have to say, well, shit, let me double back real quick. If it is true, it's probably this. Dude, that's so intellectually dishonest.
I got a question for the
Morgile. So intellectually dishonest. Scam artist, man.
I got a question for the Morgile. Okay,
man,
so if the flat Earth
Society... Like a used car salesman, man.
If the Flat Earth Society is controlled opposition, Morgile, right? How do you feel about Mark Sargent, card-carrying member, the only representative from the Flat Earth Society? I want to know your opinion.
Mark Sargent's a fucking tool.
You know what, Morgile? I'll apologize for saying scam artist. Whatever. You know what? I can't sit here and say that. Whatever. That's fine. I'm not going to throw personal low blows at you. Fuck it. You know what I mean? If people want to give you money, I can't stop that. That's on them, bro. I can't stop that. That's fine. But I do know that we've been doing this hangout for like 2 hours or some shit, and I know you'll sit here and scream that you haven't had a chance to prove, but anybody that watches this will know that you just couldn't do it and that it's impossible to do. And
he completely disagrees. He completely disagrees with all other flat earthers' models that the sun revolves around, that it spins above a flat plane in a 24-hour cycle. Like, dude, Lord Stephen Christ
I never said
and
that.
NASA.
I
Lord
never
Stephen
said
Christ
that.
If you
and
think
NASA
that we're
have
staying,
more clout than what you're doing, like
if you think that we are standing still and that everything revolves around us, okay? If you really truly believe that, Morgile, honestly, you're throwing away hundreds of years of good science, okay, with people that have degrees. You're saying all these people are liars, that they were just indoctrinated to believe this because they never went out and did any of the experiments themselves. They never went out. They just loved the field, got degrees in it, but all they ever did was sit in classrooms and read textbooks from indoctrinated teachers, and they just believed that. They never went out and did any field work. You are saying that, right?
Absolutely right, yeah.
Okay, so you can sit here and state right now that you know every single physicist and every single person that ever got a degree in astronomy, or being an astrophysicist. You can sit here right now and say you know for a fact none of them have ever done any groundwork. You know that.
They obviously haven't considered this one single piece of evidence that I wanted to start with that you guys refuse to look at for some reason.
Because, Morgile, we've seen your bullshit before, bro. All you want to do is show us that...
Explain it. Explain it then. Explain it. How can
Why
you...
is, dude,
I've told you 100 times that I don't care to explain it. I just want to see proof that the Earth is flat.
The flat Earth.
Said, yeah.
You're ready to die for it. And all you've done this entire time is try and talk about the globe.
Let me start.
Because, Morgile, the only thing you want to start right now, and I guarantee you, this is what it's going to sound like. Honest, this is going to be. So, I'm going to start off by poking more holes in the heliocentric model. Now that we know that this doesn't work, and that's what you're going to do for another half an hour. If we let you talk, and you fucking know that that's true, bro. You know that that's true. Do you understand something in the truth movement? Do you understand when you're searching for truth? When you peek and repeat, you're done, bro. And Grim V said that, and it's true. When you peek and repeat, you're fucking done. And all you've done this whole time is peek and repeat, and it's all you've done for a fucking year, and you still have no proof. I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, you guys really are about the most closed-minded, loud-mouthed.
No, we've seen all the information. Okay.
Closed-minded. I was a flat earth.
Hold on, Adam. Hold on. Unlike you, we actually look at all information. Okay. If you would actually look at my channel or be open to, you might actually learn something. Maybe my chat with Mark Sargent, and understandably, he is a fucking tool and he doesn't know shit. All right, and he is a little Jesuit Mason piece of shit. All right, but at the same time, we ask you 1,000 times, Morgile, to please you tell all your viewers, the thousands of people that you get donations from and stuff like that. We told you 1,000 times to please prove the flat Earth, and you're still, after about a half an hour or more, trying to show us a 2D representation.
Well, about a total of 3 minutes of talking on my
but
end.
It's a completely
good for you guys for totally fucking commandeering this conversation and saying I can't prove anything. Is that how you debate?
You haven't proved anything.
No, I haven't, because you won't let me fucking talk.
The only thing you've proved is that you're trying to show a 2D model in a 3D world, and you're trying to prove that it is flat, and there's no proof. Okay, I did this with Mark Sargent. All right, there's nothing. There's nothing. You have zero. You have zilch.
That's what you think.
Where's the curvature? But you know what?
There is no curvature.
There is no curvature, really. So have you ever seen the Chicago skyline time-lapse video?
It's a mirage.
Oh yeah, it's a mirage. That's why it's not inverted. No, actually, in my real life experience, I've viewed mountain ranges.
Hold on. So you believe?
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead, guys. You know it's your. You know what? Maybe
let him
fucking
answer.
Go.
Let him
He's not
answer the
question. He dances around questions.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Y'all won't even let me finish a sentence, dude. Y'all are fucking tools too.
Man, you got ballerina fucking shoes on, dude. You're tiptoeing.
Yeah,
you're tiptoeing.
He just can't, man. He just can't answer one fucking question.
Yeah. Answer a question. Hey, answer the question. Ed, answer the question. Can you answer the question?
Absolutely.
Hey, can you answer the question?
Wow, dude. No wonder you made that video.
Hey, answer the question.
No wonder you made that video about Tiger.
Morgile, I will say that Morgile, I can understand he's frustrated because he's trying to talk and he can't, but it's because he doesn't understand we've already heard this shit before, and all we tried to tell him is show us the proof of the flat Earth, and he just wants to keep showing us 2D models on his computer of how the globe Earth doesn't work. And that's what you don't get why we're frustrated, man.
If the globe Earth doesn't work, then what is it?
Hey, you know what? How about we do this? Like, literally, I know fucking everybody's going to be pissed about this. Give Morgile 5 minutes. Let him shoot himself in the foot. And let you, we need to let you talk about how it's not a heliocentric, how it's not a heliocentric fucking model. And then you're not going to prove how it's flat Earth.
This is
Well,
not
that's where it
even-
starts. You sort of have to disprove the heliocentric
No, you
model
don't.
first.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. You know why?
Yes,
Because
you
we don't
do.
know what the fucking shape is. Well, I don't, at least for me. I'm speaking for me. I don't know what the fucking shape is. You know what? But I know that it doesn't work flat. Why?
So
Because I just showed you. Hold on.
How?
I just showed you, and you had no fucking excuse. You were talking about some mystical Hogwarts bullshit about how the sun doesn't exist
Well,
where
and
we
you
see
didn't
it.
let me finish that point either, because the
I
azimuthal
gave you plenty of
equidistant map is
time.
wrong.
Oh
my God, dude.
Any equidistant map is incorrect. It's mostly correct towards the center, and the further you
Dude.
get towards the edges, the less and less correct it gets. And basically
map.
everything. What?
Dude, it could be Disneyland underneath there. It doesn't change the fact that
Well,
if it's
again-
based
No,
on a
but if the fucking-
24-hour
if the-
cycle,
if the
if it's
map-
based on a
if the-
24-hour cycle,
it's
it's gonna fucking work.
The latitude and
24
longitude lines are based on observations of the sun.
Again,
Jonathan.
Morgile. One last time.
Flat Earth.
I'm gonna give him one more try. Morgile. If my dick was 20 inches long, would I have to prove that it wasn't 10 inches before I showed you it was 20? Yes or no? Be honest. Answer that question. Would
I don't
that be
give a
not
fuck about your
ridiculous?
tiny little dick.
No, dude. It's not about the dick, dude. Okay? If I showed you a steel pipe was 20 inches long, would I have to prove to you that it wasn't 10 inches before I showed you it was 20? Yes or no, dude? Answer the fucking question.
Well, if all the toddlers in the world
See?
for the
He
last
can't
Oh my
answer.
God,
Well, I'm
Morgile,
trying to get
say
myself out of
yes
this
or
question.
no,
if
bro.
all the toddlers in the world were taught that your dick was 20 inches long, then yes, we would
My
have to start.
God.
Why would
Oh
you
my God,
talk about
Morgile.
toddlers and dicks?
Morgile.
You're the
Seriously,
one that
Morgile.
brought it up.
Morgile.
I didn't bring up
used it
shit.
as a metaphor, dude. I said a piece of wood. It doesn't matter. A steel pipe, a rock. Okay. If I had a rock,
Because
okay, so if I had a rock,
all the toddlers in the world are taught the heliocentric model. None of the toddlers give a shit about.
All right, guys. So you're both muted. We're not getting anywhere. This is total trash, total trash. Morgile, you talk in circles, man. We actually didn't really bring you on here to poke holes in the heliocentric model. We wanted you to bring some proof because you said you had umpteen reasons why that you could prove that the flat Earth. Okay, so I'm actually done with this. This is
Yes.
the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever had. I understand now that you have zero proof, as well as Mark Sargent. You have nothing. Your models don't work. You have to try to explain away everything. You have to cherry pick somebody's fucking research in Australia for your model to work at all. Okay, and it doesn't. It's total fairy tale, and you're scamming people, dude. So you know what? You want to be a piece of shit? You want to call a really nice Christian man, go on and slander him for an hour and act like a fucking hypocrite? Then go
Look
ahead,
up
dude.
slander in the dictionary.
I don't care, man. You want to be
Well,
a dick or an asshole?
Well,
whatever
use the
you
right
wanna call
terms.
it.
I mean, you don't. What's your vocabulary?
Okay, Morgile. You obviously can't answer any question. Okay, so I'm not impressed with your presentation of the 2D model. It did nothing for me. I've seen your piece of shit models and your piece of shit everything. Your videos are trash. You said that you could literally prove that the Earth is flat, and you came on here and you didn't. All right, you tried to poke holes, and we're still an hour into it, and we're still on the same fucking model. So can you, without poking holes in the heliocentric
There's no
model,
sense in having this conversation because you guys won't let me
So
finish
you
the
can't.
fucking sentence.
So you can't. Just say no. Just say no. I don't have any proof of my.
I've got
claims.
tons of
It's all
proof. But
conjecture.
what's
if
the point of
if
talking
I
to
had
a
all right, I'll say this a different way. If I had a 30-pound rock, okay, I would just weigh it out and show you.
No.
Tim,
All right.
you do your
Don't
thing.
mute everybody. Seriously, guys. No. We're not doing any kind of metaphors or anything like that. I'm trying to ask the Morgile, okay? He makes a video series, many video series saying, oh, you're an idiot because you think that it's a spinning globe. That's fine. Whatever. We're not trying to debate the spinning globe right now. We actually have been talking to people trying to get proof of the flat Earth. Now, what you do is you try to poke holes in the heliocentric model. That's all you have. So I would like to actually see if there's any proof. And I actually also, you just said the superior mirage, it wasn't inverted. You need to go do some homework, Morgile. I've tried to tell you this series many, many times, okay? Testing geocentrism, okay, by cool, hard logic. Now, if you want to debunk him, I would be very, very interested to see that, okay? Because this guy took many hours, many hours to produce something that you would never even be able to in a million years, okay, bro? So please go see that, Testing Geocentrism, okay? Because you might be wrong about your claims that are just fantasyland fairy tale, bro. So do you have any evidence at all that the Earth is flat? Because that's your claims, all right? It's
Well,
not that
here's
the
one.
Earth is not.
Here's one.
Listen, it's not that the Earth is not a ball. It's that the Earth is flat. So where is that? Okay, the Terminator lines of your little circle doing that. Nothing is making sense at all. All right, but you say that we're idiots that think any other way than geocentrism, which is ludicrous. All right, write it down, bro. I've tried to send you emails. I've tried to give you fucking comments hundreds of times, dude. Literally. All right, Testing Geocentrism by Cool Hard Logic. Okay, watch that whole series. All right, and then debunk him because he's the one that makes actually good claims, okay, that completely busts geocentrism into 1,000,000,000 different pieces, all right? So if you want to sit in your trailer all day and fucking just postulate and, oh, well, this doesn't make sense to me, and make videos about it, and then tell people that it's truth, that the Earth is flat without any proof at all, then that's what you're going to do, okay?
So if I can
Whatever,
prove that the world is stationary, which means it's not spinning, it's not orbiting, and there's no curvature, then what are you left with?
Okay, I've proved in my videos, this is why I ask you, please, to watch my videos, okay? Jeranism is a fraud, maybe start out with that one, all right? Because there is curvature, and there's plenty of it, all right?
Really? Where is it?
The Chicago skyline proves that there's curvature if you actually watch the fucking whole video, not seeing a little clip and saying, oh, that looks like a flat Earth, okay? There's plenty, because you can't see that every day, dude.
It has to be the right lighting conditions because you can't see through the atmosphere.
See, now we're reaching. Now you have such a confirmation bias. You're trying to fill in the holes with it. Well,
no. Atmosphere refracts at certain distances under the right lighting conditions.
You don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, you're just gonna throw in, oh, it's just refraction, dude. This is what flat earthers do, and it pisses me off. All right.
No, this is what closed-minded, loudmouth people that won't let someone finish do.
No, you haven't seen Testing Geocentrism, which I've told you to watch 1,000 fucking times, okay? You don't watch any other videos but Flat Earth videos, so you're stuck in that mindset, okay?
I'm not stuck in any mindset, dude.
We were there, dude. We were there, all right, bro? So listen.
Yep.
I'm done with this conversation. You can't prove the Flat Earth at all. That's the proof right there.
Yeah, the only reason why is because you won't let me finish a sentence. So
no,
that's
Morgile, the only reason why is because all you want to do is talk about the globe, bro, and you know that's true.
Well, no, actually, I'm getting ready to tell you a few things, but you won't let me finish.
What?
Okay.
You sent a dog cam up and couldn't see the curvature? Or?
No. We've already debunked that, the whole dog cam thing with Mark Sargent interview, all right?
How did you debunk that? If you go up 20 miles into the air, the horizon line should drop below your line of sight. It doesn't.
Look,
the horizon line raises with eye level all the way up to 20, 30 miles. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I just watched part of your video. I try to get through it. Your voice is all reverby, and it's really kind of annoying, dude.
Well, go watch Brian Cox then. He talks all about the globe, and he's got a great voice.
Why do you always say Brian Cox, man? You always got to do that. Like, why do you have to say when someone doesn't? Well, then go watch a Glober. It's like, I don't know, Morgile.
Well, you don't like my voice, and you don't like the whole flat Earth truth, so go watch Brian Cox. He's a Glober.
All we're asking is to like try and change your tone.
How come you don't want to talk about Adam's Cox, but you want to talk about Brian's Cox?
One thing that I'll say is the North Star Polaris is visible from as far south as Capricorn, which is impossible on a globe. That means the Earth is flat.
Okay, Morgile, will you do one thing for me, dude? Will you watch that series and please debunk it so that I can watch your series on that and be like, wow, this guy is wrong, and
that would be great.
Right, Morgile, okay?
Okay, can you tell me the name of the thing? Hold on, let me put it on a notepad. What's the name of it again?
It's called Testing Geocentrism. It's by Cool Hard Logic all together. Okay, really, this is a great stepping stone today that I actually got you to watch this series, man. Because trust me, I've tried with different troll accounts. I've tried for many months because you're still pushing geocentrism on a bunch of under 80 IQ people and children, obviously, and you think that you have some kind of following, dude. You don't. This whole thing is a scam. If you would have watched our show, or if you will go watch our show from last night that has over 1,000 views right now, you will understand what we're talking about, Masons and Jesuits and the NASA channel and all these fucking frauds that are up here pushing this bullshit, all right, that got us to believe in it and got you to believe in it. And now
it's not about belief, it's about
your
what we can
confirmation
prove.
bias that you will not even look at other information. Okay?
No, I'll look at all information, but it's not about what we believe, it's about what we can prove.
Look out, buddy.
Yeah, but you can't prove
I was a flat earther too. No bullshit. I got into arguments with people at bars and stuff like that. Like, I told people plain and simple, like, look, yo, the earth is flat, like all this shit. And I was savvy on all the fucking information. I figured it out. But you know what? I did my own damn research. The last video that Tim, Adam, and myself did, we did it yesterday. It's the second episode of Flat Earth and Other Psyop Potatoes. I spent about 10, 15 minutes with about 5 or 6 specific reasons why it's just not flat, dude. And I implore you to watch it. You know, I've spent, if you watch back on this video specifically, I spent most of the time with my microphone off for whatever reason. Maybe I'm trying to be nice. Maybe I'm just trying to be cordial. I don't know, but take that for what you will. Watch the videos, dude, and debunk it, because, you know, man.
We'll be there. Please do your research.
It's very easy to debunk the heliocentric model.
Dude. No.
Please, Morgile, please go back.
You
seem to not know that the Mason connection, that the city of Zion, you couldn't even mention the world was a globe, was completely run by Masons. You seem to not know about this connection for some odd reason, how you guys could research this and not know it. So I really fucking implore you to please just try and spend like 10 minutes tonight typing in any of this on Google and just really researching the connection, because I promise you, bro, I really fucking promise you, you will say, holy shit, okay? Because it is there. They have been pushing it for hundreds of years. So the fact that they've been all telling us for a year now that the Masons are hiding the flat earth from you, and if you do your research, you find out that's quickly bullshit, that should raise flags immediately. All these people are white Christians trying to push God and the firmament at you and their King James Bible. Now, I know you said you didn't believe in that, whatever, but you got to make the connection, dude. That's what we're trying to tell you. You're stuck in a hole, and now all you do is search for confirmation bias. We were there. We understand it. We get it. But
no, it's
you're
not
shilling without knowing you're shilling, bro.
No. It's not confirmation bias. The Earth is stationary. It's not a spinning globe, and there is no curvature.
How is it not confirmation bias, Morgile?
No, listen.
That's a waste.
We're good.
It's a waste. Timmy's right.
Somebody much smarter, okay, testing geocentrism. I want you to go watch it. I think you will, all right? You're open to it. It sounds like, because you don't have a confirmation bias, right?
I'm open to the truth, and you know,
okay.
I really don't appreciate you guys basically calling me trailer trash and all this stuff.
I told you we were fucking with you. You told me to go. I did before I called you trailer trash. Okay, you told me to go suck on a dick and stand in a line at Denny's and shit like that.
Yeah, you did.
All right, bro. So I can screen share it. All right, Morgile. So don't be the innocent saint.
I never said I was a saint.
Actually, he said, shut your cocksucker, Adam.
That's right.
You guys, you flat earth cultists, man. You think that you guys are not trolls. You think that you're higher above everybody else, okay? That you got this knowledge from, but everybody else is a fucking idiot, all right? We were in that boat, okay? We had to take a fucking week off, at least a month, and do some other research, and it started to fucking sink in that, yeah, we were part of the cult as well, all right? We had a strong confirmation bias. For some reason, this PSYOP really works you over, okay, dude? So if you go watch those videos and you have something to debunk, man, I'm so proud of you, man. I really am, because literally, this is why I was so mad at you, is because I literally told you 100 times to go watch that series, because I think when you watch it, I think you might have a little bit of a different idea that maybe it's a flat Earth, but it's not geocentric.
Well, I never saw any of your comments, and I apologize. I don't get around to most of my comments very quickly, and sometimes I never get to them. I've got thousands unread. I've got thousands of unread emails, and I just can't get to everything. But I'd love to hear if you've got some proof that the Earth is spinning. I'd love to hear that.
So you don't read comments just like Mark Sargent, right?
No, I read comments, but I'm only one person. I can't read comments 75 hours a day. I'm just only one person.
Well, you read my comments
Fair
today.
enough.
Okay.
No, it just so happened that I had my cell phone next to me, and I noticed a comment, and so I checked it out and I responded to it. That's why I'm sitting here, because I thought we were going to have a cordial discussion.
So
no, absolutely not, dude.
You pick. I'm sorry. Okay, go Tim.
Hold on. You sent me 30 messages saying, "Oh, we do it, blah blah blah." I wasn't even trying to do this tonight, dude. I wanted to get somebody real special on for you, somebody that actually knows what the fuck they're talking about. I'm not an astronomer, and so you're not either. Okay, you're just okay.
So you're talking about Red's rhetoric, who thinks math is reality?
No,
wow, bro.
No, he does not actually. By the way, and actually, I had a fucking astrophysicist lined up for Mark Sargent, and they blocked me. All right, when I was a flat earther, so. There's more going on to the story, okay, dude? And if you don't want to go watch our whole 2-hour thing that we had last night, like I said, has over 1,000 views on an account that had 2 fucking subs, okay? Just go look at the fucking the description box, all right?
I love debunking things that people like yourself think are such good proof, because I know for a fact. Flat Earth
really that much. We didn't talk about it's a ball or whatever, dude.
Yeah, it's not about you, Morgile. You can watch it. We don't talk about you, bro.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I'll watch it. But, the thing is I'm very comfortable with this, because I know for a fact that the Earth isn't a spinning globe.
No, you don't. Don't say you know for a fact.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And you guys won't even let me make my first point. So,
Or it didn't happen.
What's that?
Pics or it didn't happen. It's an internet thing. I don't know if you've seen the internet. You don't read comments.
Oh, I just didn't understand you. No, I know what that means.
Look, you're making a fallacious argument to begin with, okay? You're acting like it's a complete. What are you trying to say? That it's a completely exactly same sky from summer to winter, right?
No,
exactly
what I'm saying is if you're at the equator looking straight overhead, if you can see even one single constellation from summer to winter at that same spot, that means the heliocentric model is wrong.
Why is that?
Well, you guys wouldn't let me finish. Should I explain, or are you just going to start screaming over me?
No, we actually asked, the very first question was to prove the flat model. So then we got this whole 2D model that's all bullshit. Dude, you can't prove shit with 2D models.
No, if the Earth isn't a spinning globe and the heliocentric model is wrong, then we have to start looking at other options. The fact that the Earth doesn't have any curvature, leads me to believe that it's flat.
Why do you say fact and truth? It's not a fact or it's not truth, dude.
So you actually believe that if you're
the Chicago skyline every day, you say it's refraction.
No,
okay?
no. If you say
why don't you change your videos to "This is what I lead to believe"?
Some Australian lady that you cherry picked, okay? So you cherry pick your knowledge, dude, just to fit your confirmation bias, and that's what fucking Tiger Dan figured out after a long time.
Yeah,
that's horse shit.
No, right? Tiger Dan is a lying, slanderous shill.
Okay,
man, really?
Can you prove that he took money to get subs and all that shit, Morgile? Can you prove that?
Dude.
No,
I got a question.
No, okay.
I got a question.
Just like you can't prove anything. It's always.
Okay, here's my question. Morgile, how do you prove that there isn't 6 suns, right? And the Earth isn't a cube, but all of the Earth is flat, and the Earth that we know is flat isn't on one side of the cube? How do you prove that? How do you disprove that? Because that fits right along with your flat model, right? Doesn't it? It should. How do you disprove any of that? How do you even prove it? How do you disprove it? Please explain to me, please, because I would like to know that.
The thing about science is you have to have something that's demonstrable or demonstrable, and it also has to be falsifiable. Otherwise, it's not science. And so I stick with science.
Oh, so telling us that the sun's not in the sky where you see it is good science, even though you can't even prove it, and then applying that to your fucking model, Morgile? Answer that, for real.
But you can feel it. Science. You can feel it because
no, let him answer the question. You just said you like to use good science, okay? So that's good science. Applying something to your model that you can't even prove is good science. Yes or no?
Well, you're taking it out of context.
Jesus.
You're
You can
taking it out
never
of
answer
context.
yes or no, bro. It's
You
crazy.
won't let me
I'm done.
finish a fucking sentence. Are y'all done?
You muted yourself, Adam.
Because I asked you to answer a yes or no question, and when someone asks you to answer a yes or no question, you don't lead off with anything but yes or
going
no.
in circles around the face of the earth, and I said, not necessarily. There's other explanations for it, even on a flat earth. But I, never got the point out, never got to finish it. And so, you guys taking presuppositions and shoving words down my mouth doesn't prove anything. It just proves you guys are biased observers and you don't want to hear my points.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Morgile, go ahead and watch that series. I'll be looking for you to prove the flat Earth, and you know what? We'll be flat Earth.
Good luck.
You prove it. So.
Good luck.
Thanks, man, for showing up. This was totally impromptu. I didn't even want to do this. We were actually thinking that you were drunk or something, so we were just gonna fucking.
Well, you guys did a great job, just totally dominating the conversation and shutting me up, and didn't even let me make one single point. So.
Are you talking about just
because you were trolling me on my page? So.
Yeah. Are you talking just like how you were doing on the comment section with your 30, 40 fucking comments, dude? Talking about hurry up, let's go, faggots, blah, blah. Like, really?
Well,
Shut
you invited me to a debate, so
well
here
before.
we are.
It wasn't right now, dude. It wasn't
well
right
before.
Now.
You were slandering us well before.
It's the same thing with everything. His trolling and his bullshit is okay, but ours isn't. It's the same shit.
Well, now, come on. Now, I don't show up on your guys' show with fucking strippers shaking their ass, so give me a fucking break.
That wasn't your show either, but look, that motherfucker was talking about my brother, and so were you. And you were saying that I'm a liar, okay? This is the guy that you said that I'm a liar.
You did.
You've never seen my channel. You've never seen any of my work, but you're going to call me a liar, and you're going to call me a troll without even knowing me, okay?
So, wait a minute. You're the one that has 50 different accounts, and you troll
No,
flat
not
Earth
50,
all the time.
1,000. How many times do I have to tell you guys?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't listen to the comment section. He doesn't do the comment section just like Mark Sargent, which was just a big issue with everybody else in the Flat Earth community. But apparently, that's the Morgile too. Let's lump him in. Guilty by association. Cool. That's awesome, dude. You know what? We know who you are. We've seen all your fucking work. You know what? I don't even have any videos on my page, which is cool. So I'm kind of like talking, biasly, but I've known Tim Osmond for a long motherfucking time. I don't even know Tim Osmond's real name. You know what? But that doesn't matter. Because we're at least on the same page. No. We're at least on the same page. You know why? Because it's bullshit what the Flat Earthers are pushing. Because you can't prove a damn thing. I disproved it. I've put up at least fucking 6 points that have yet to be touched by anybody in the Flat Earth community. By all means, Morgile, take the next week off and focus on the shit that I've been talking about in the last video that we did. And you could slander me, you could talk shit about me. I don't give a damn, dude. But please disprove me with what I'm talking about in the last video that we did, in the last PSYOP Potatoes video.
Yeah, I'll check that out. But one thing I'll let you guys know is that science and scientific discourse and scientific experimentation typically doesn't involve three people screaming over one guy trying to make a point for an hour and won't even let him make a point.
You weren't answering the question.
I will typically tell you what science doesn't involve, Morgile, and that's taking something you can't prove and applying it to your model and then running with that. That's not science, bro, and you did that. So, yeah.
I wish I could touch my nose.
So I guess the sun's 93 million miles away, and you can prove that, huh?
No, Morgile,
I don't know, but you can't.
I'm telling you that you can't take something and apply it to a model and use it as a proof when you can't even prove the thing you're applying to the model. You can't prove that the sun is not in the position that we see it. Yet you are using that and applying it to your model and saying you're doing good science.
You guys
that alone, you can't see that. I don't know what to say.
You guys obviously don't understand how light waves propagate and how electromagnetic fields.
Morgile,
but you do.
Morgile, you obviously don't understand.
You obviously
don't understand. You obviously don't understand that you're working for Freemasons and Jesuits, and you're on their fucking shows on YouTube, and you can't see the fucking reality of shit that you're shilling for free. You're talking about nonsense. Okay, I've proven it wrong. Multiple people have proven it wrong. In different fashions.
Proven the history.
So give me, what's one point? What's one point?
What do you mean 1 point? I fucking put 5 or 6 points in that fucking video. Watch the video.
No, just name one.
Star trails. How come they fall below the horizon line? Please answer that. And specifically because
perspective.
No bullshit. Because if perspective, listen to me.
So you can use perspective on your side.
Perspective, listen to me. Stop. If perspective matters, then all the star trails should converge at the horizon. Am I not right? Because if it's a 365 days of pictures, which is why the stars spin in a circle, they should converge at the horizon line and they should be straight lines. But no, the star trails go underneath the horizon line. Why? In a circle. Because it's not fucking flat, dude. And you won't be able to disprove it. You won't be able to come up with any kind of nonsense because you're going to have to use the same type of BS you use today. Well, light isn't exactly where we see it. It kind of bends, which is why the stars go underneath the horizon line. Like, come on, dude. Don't worry about it. I just wrote the next episode, kid. Don't fucking just be serious here.
That's fine. I'll do it, and I'll have fun.
I know you will. That's why I just gave it to you. I'm giving it to you. You can use that. That's fair use. Title 17.
Can you prove that the sun is not in the same spot that we see it in? Can you prove it? Or not just cherry pick some one person's research and say that there's this and that and it filters through that. Can you prove that that's true? If you can't, then you can't use that to describe your model. And if you do, you're not doing good science, bro. And
what I was saying is that it's possible, what I'm saying is the sun is not necessarily traveling circuits around the top of the Earth. It could be something a little bit more exotic. I'm not going to try to explain it, but it does have to do with light waves propagating through different layers of electromagnetic fields, ionized plasma tubes that exist in the lower magnetosphere, and we as little tiny observers here on the ground are poor observers because all of our frame of reference is based on what we can see in the sky. Okay?
Morgile, will you please explain to me the definition of propagate? You've said it a few times tonight, and I want to know if you know the answer, because I know the answer.
Sure, propagate, it just basically means like any sort of wave has to have a medium to propagate through. It's like if you're in a bathtub and you put a splash in it, then that wave propagates through the medium of the water. It's the medium which waves use to travel, yeah.
No. Wow. What it comes to is the peak in the valley of a wave. Now, the issue with propagation is the higher the frequency, the quicker the peak in the valley will reach the individual. So a higher frequency, i.e. like UHF, ultra hertz frequency, it propagates faster. The peak in the valley happens faster. I'm sure you've seen plenty of sine waves. So low frequencies like bass in stereos for speakers, it takes longer to propagate, which is why if you listen to music, the further away you stand from the speaker, the more bass you hear, because the bass doesn't exist the closer to the speaker you are, because it takes longer for the wave to propagate. Okay, so I don't think you know what you're talking about when you say
depending on the medium, but what if it was underwater? It would propagate differently.
The medium, oh my lord. All water does is make waves travel further. It takes the same amount of time to propagate, okay? Like, dude, I'm an audio engineer, like, by trade. I've been doing this for 10 years. Propagation. If you put your stereo on and turn your bass up and you stand in the corner of your room, as long as there's nothing in the corner, like a couch or a bass trap or something like that, all your bass will exist in the corners of your room, because it takes longer for the bass frequencies to propagate to the edges of your ears, okay? The closer you get to a speaker, the more high frequency. Why? Because it's sooner to propagate. The ultra high frequencies move faster than the lower frequencies, which is why you hear AM band radios travel further. And how do you hear them travel further? When it's cold and the wind blows south, and you can hear frequencies on AM bands from Chicago. That happens often, only in the winter, because wind pushes radio frequencies because it helps them propagate further. Okay, so you need to look that up. You got to do it, dude, because you've used it a few times tonight, and I don't think you know what and I'm not trying to fucking be a dick or whatever, but, dude, you got to do it, because you've said it like 6 or 7 times tonight, dude. And it's not what you think it is. And I'm sorry if I fucking sound like a dick.
Light waves propagate differently through different medium, period.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So you can't admit that you're wrong. Like, you can't answer a question.
I've already answered it.
Morgile, man, this is
No. See, you just proved my bug. I just asked you a question. You said I already answered it. That wasn't even the question.
What was the question?
Okay, you're not listening. Obviously, it's getting late. So anyway.
Well, no, you broke up a little bit.
Cue the music.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm gonna be real glad that you just watched that series, bro, so that you can maybe see what's going on, all right? And maybe just hit up my videos. I don't make money off views or anything like that. If you want to listen to the Mark Sargent interview that Lori girl was talking about, that I did with him, then you should, because we all know that he's full of trash and shit, all right? And you're like Mark Sargent 3.0 because you sound smarter than him, but it's actually just a bunch of garbage because you can't prove any of it, and none of it makes sense.
Yeah, not if you don't let me speak. Of course not.
No. What you
Heliocentrism
was trash. Dude, literally, you're just trying to fill in the blanks for your model because of your confirmation bias. So, thanks,
Look,
man.
I've been a